the last time we saw Kristen Hersh was, I think, early summer it was, here in London. It was at the 4AD retrospective at the ICA. I think you had your eldest
I have my little kid there.
with you.
I thought it was going to be a little educational tour of England, and he was sitting in the dressing room opening beer bottles
Well,
and drawing tattoos on everybody. Yeah.
Now, this month sees the release of your first solo album, Hips and Makers. Let's talk about the title first of all. Why Hips and Makers?
It made itself up, but I think that the title track, the song Hips and Makers, pretty much says you take this ride, you take whatever ride, whether it's a day or a record or a minute, or the one where you die in the end, and you're just the clay they gave you to start out with. You know, you're just a body. You're not going to get higher than that. You're not going to get lower. So, great, take the ride. Even if you die in the end, so what?
Does this album signify the end of the Throne Muses?
Oh, God, no. We're in the studio right now. We have been for the past 6 months or so. We're in New Orleans.
So why make this album? What made you want to sort of like go off and make your own album?
It doesn't feel like a solo record to me because, you know, I don't have any, like, Throwing Muses is kind of a solo project, to be obnoxious about it. But it's the sound of it, the acoustic sound is important. It's a real physical, gutsy sound. It's often not treated that way, and it allows certain songs to have a beautiful sound picture without losing any guts, you know.
I mean, because you've played and performed in the past acoustically on your own. I mean, when did you sort of like get it into your head that you were like, okay, I'm gonna sort of like put an album together?
It never really got into my head. It was my husband's idea. And I thought, oh, no, I need so much more ego to be able to do that all by myself. Because I'm used to having my best friends, and I had no idea what was going on. I had to work with a cello and a cellist, and I didn't know what a cello sounded like. I thought I did, but I didn't. I thought it was a smooth, low, mellow tone that would lift the song gently up from underneath, which is what a fake cello sounds like a cello program. But when she came in to play these parts I'd written, the cello had these beautiful, clear highs and growly lows. And it was fighting with my voice, so all my parts had to be relegated to pizzicato, and we had to build new parts, which is great. It's like learning about an entirely different sound and letting it actually fly through a song. This is really refreshing. It's a very gentle little sound picture. I made it in 2 weeks, and I don't really remember it.
Do you normally work that quickly?
No, not at all. There's just nothing else to do. You have to be very gentle with it. You could easily stomp on material and sounds like this.
Now, the song that you're going to perform for us tonight is going to be the first single, I think, from the album, Your Ghost. Michael Stipe's featured on backing vocals. How did that come about?
Michael heard I was doing an acoustic record and asked my manager for the demos. And he had called me a few times just to make sure the recording was going okay. And he called the day we were doing the cello on Your Ghost. And I was just saying, it's scary. It's scaring me. It doesn't sound like I thought it would. I can't get the lows out without this huge texture being there. And it's fighting the vocals. And he said, well, if it scares you, then move the mic back. I was like, I did, and I'm still scared. So I just kind of stopped listening to what he was saying and heard the sound of his voice in one ear and Your Ghost in the other, and interrupted him saying, Michael, would you sing on this? I think that would fix it. It didn't occur to me till later that he's Michael Stipe, and that's a thing. You know, I kind of wish that he'd just been my next door neighbor who had a beautiful instrument in his neck. And he introduced this character into the song. I've sung with people before, and it's always like instruments. This is a guy who walks in and starts talking. He made it into a little play, which I really like.
Let's have a listen.
Okay.
If I walk down this hallway tonight, it's too quiet, so I pass through the dark and call you on the phone. Push your old numbers and let your house ring till I wake your ghost. Let him walk down your hallway. slide down your receiver, sprint across the wire, follow my number, slide into my hand. It's the blaze across my nightgown, it's the phone's ring. I think last night you were driving circles around me. I think last night you were driving circles around me. I think last night you were driving circles around me. I can't drink this coffee till I put you in my closet. Let him shoot me down, let him call me off. I take it from his whisper, you're not that tough. It's the blaze across